another night like that out of him. Not in Game 5. I mean, I think he gave them what they needed, but I don't expect to see another 20-point performance. But if LeBron, like, if he's able to start back playing like he was in games 1 through 3, then yeah. But I mean, if they end up losing and the final 3 games of the season of the series, he was averaging, he averaged 20 points a game, then no. But if he's able to bounce back Sunday and give the Cavs another big performance, which they're going to need in order to win the game.
No, I'm saying, let's say they lose it. Let's say they lose the next 2 and it's over in 6. But he still does his thing. He has another 39,
right.
10, and 8 performance
He's going to have to do
in
that.
both.
That's what I'm saying in the nutshell, is that he would have to do that in the remainder of the series, however many games it goes. He'd have to do it.
And you still give him the MVP? And then let's say Steph just continues to, have these 20-point games and it's still a team effort and they win the 2 games. No one really stands out.
But in this NBA, I don't think they do that.
But it's LeBron.
I mean, back when Jerry West was playing.
But it's LeBron, though.
Yeah, but
and think about what the award is called. Like, in this series, who's more valuable than that guy?
Russell? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on both teams, who's more valuable than the guy wearing 23?
So how do you do that? Do you bring LeBron up there with the Warriors celebrating?
Hell no. Nah, they roped that thing off.
You do it in the back?
Yeah, you do it with, when you do the, probably do it at the podium. Give him the trophy and have him bring it out to the podium for the post game. It's probably going to be no type of a ceremonial thing, because they just lost the NBA Finals. You wouldn't. That's classless if you do that. But let me say this. I don't know. I would think you wouldn't try to make a ceremony of it. But if you don't do it that way, if the scenario plays out that way, then you're kind of reaching. Then it's almost like one of those, remember Kobe had that terrible series and then he passed the ball to Ron Artest and they won the championship against the
I can't believe it.
Right.
He passed the ball to me.
Against the Celtics. Like Kobe had a terrible series, but he won Finals MVP because there was nobody else to give it to. It was like, give it to the best player on the team, whatever. Yeah, he didn't have a good series. He didn't have an MVP series. They gutted that series out against the Celtics. So maybe if the league just doesn't feel like you can do that, maybe they just say, all right, Steph, we'll just double up on you then. Here's another MVP trophy, dude. Enjoy it. Whatever. It's going to be weird. Because I believe it's a distinct possibility that LeBron could do everything possible, everything humanly possible, for his team to try to win this game. But like guys who hadn't seen the ball go in saw it go in. Draymond, Harrison Barnes, Steph. Guys who hadn't seen the ball go in saw it going in. That's a problem. If you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's a problem. And for everybody that's looking for Klay Thompson, stop. If you're rooting for the Cavs to win the series, stop looking for Klay Thompson because when he shows up big. So you don't want them problems. I know you want to find the chink in the armor of the Warriors. Yeah, it's called poking the bear. That's what I've learned it to be. It's called poking the bear. Let that dude do what he's doing.
What is that? Is that like the bear porn? Like you watching horse porn yesterday? Poking the bear.
Look, if you consider that porn, that's your own personal preference. To me, it was a Discovery Channel documentary type thing on how to
masturbate a horse.
Well, okay. Tomato, I guess. All right. We'll move on from the finals. I think I've gotten everything off of my chest about this.
The horse. Hold on, stop.
Speaking, there's no segue to that. Speaking of masturbating the horse, then something else unrelated comes to your mind. But go ahead.
Okay, so remember a couple months ago when we were talking about whoever that was trying to get a shot of LeBron naked. Is that what they were trying to do?
Not doing this
in the locker room.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Remember that?
I'm out.
Then yesterday you had the cameraman. And I get the cameraman doing his job, so I don't really know if he had a chance to really pull the camera away or if it was like an ABC dump button or something. But yeah, man, LeBron's junk got broadcast live on TV. Like that's crazy. It's crazy. But all right, that's all I wanted to say.
All right, here we go.
It's the Sports Kings.
On this day.
All right, this is our daily.
You're the one always talk about whipping it out. Sometimes you just got to whip it out.
But I'm talking about mine.
About
That's an analogy. And I'm not on here talking about no other dude's junk. If you want to talk about my junk, we can get some chicks on three-way and let them explain to you how it works. But other than that, yeah, I'm not talking about another dude's junk. On this day in 1839, Abner Doubleday created the game of baseball, according to the legend. However, evidence has surfaced that indicates that the game of baseball was played before 1800.
By black people, exactly.
Because, of course, black people created everything. On this day in 1939, the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum was dedicated in Cooperstown, New York. On this day in 1948, Ben Hogan won his first U.S. Open Golf Classic. On this day in
Ben won some yesterday, too.
Who?
You said Ben Hogan. He was part of, he came back, I think you said after he had some kind of injury, car crash injury or something. He came back and won something yesterday.
Oh, so he's not dead. Okay. On this day in 1967, the Senators beat Chicago 65 in 22 innings. The game lasted 6 hours, 38 minutes, and ended at 2:43 a.m. and caused the league to adopt a curfew stating that no inning may start after 1 a.m.
I'm out.
On this day in 1981, Major League Baseball players began a 49-day strike. The issue was free agent compensation. On this day in 1991, the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, won his first NBA championship. The Bulls beat the LA Lakers 4-1. On this day in 1994, dude, yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman were murdered outside her home in Los Angeles. O.J. Simpson was later acquitted of the killing, but he was held liable in a civil suit and later, I'm just adding this part, given 30 days for stealing his own stuff back. Good, idiot. Stupid people should go to jail when they're being stupid.
Dude, do you remember just I mean, because I remember watching the NBA Finals and them cutting into the NBA Finals to show the slow speed chase.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird, man, because it was OJ, and it was like they wasn't going fast. They were doing like 20 miles an hour on the highway, so the police, they weren't trying to be a threat. So, the police weren't really trying to be aggressive. And out in California, they don't play that in those chases anyway. They kind of let the drivers, create their own situation and whatnot. But yeah, it was weird, man.
No, because back then white people loved OJ. They adopted him, and then they gave him back after he killed 2 other white people.
They were like, and OJ is in the back of the Bronco, and we believe that he has a firearm and he's threatening to commit suicide, and that was crazy. Then he pulled up, and the police, jumped out the cars, and that was a wild day.
Yeah, screw OJ. On this day in 1997, interleague play began in baseball, ending a 126-year tradition of separating the major leagues until the World Series. Baseball and they damn traditions.
Yep. That was a big deal when they started playing that interleague ball, too.
And people still was like, I hate it. We shouldn't have to do that.
I don't know why. I like it. I mean, because at the time, with the Braves, because that's when the Braves were really good. I mean, and the only time we would get to see the AL would be if we made it to the World Series. I mean, but then they gave us the opportunity to be able to have series with the Yankees. When both teams were really prosperous in the 90s. I mean, you got to see the Red Sox. You got to see all the teams that never come to Atlanta because of that stupid rule.
Yeah, I didn't care either way, to be honest with you. On this day in 2000, Steve Young of the San Francisco 49ers retired from the NFL. Why did he retire, Rob?
Why did he retire? He got hurt? Concussion. Concussions, right?
By whom? Who put Steve Young out of the NFL? It's like a Jeopardy question, dude. I'll give you the team, the Arizona Cardinals. I'll give you the position, cornerback.
Yeah. Who is former Southern University player, NFL Hall of Famer, right? Am I on the right track?
I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame.
Aeneas Williams?
Aeneas Williams, exactly. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Is he? Aeneas Williams went to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What's happening
like
to the Hall of
2 years
Fame?
ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, Southern University stand up, sweat in the house.
Here's another one. You and Coop might want to close your ears for this one. On this day in 2009, what happened, Rob?
On this day.
Yeah. June 12th, 2009, the Atlanta Falcons released suspended quarterback Michael Vick. Ending.
That was in 2009?
The Michael Vick era in Atlanta, dude. Oh, yeah, look at all the tears.
That was 2009?
I can feel your tears falling from your cheeks right now. Oh, yeah, and everyone. See, Arthur Blank didn't stick by Mike. Because that's what he should have done. Idiots. Idiots. Where are we going now, dude? We already talked about the Jason Whitlock thing. You got your boy Stephen A. Smith apologizing again. Dude, dude is such a puppet, man. I was like, at some point now, I'm always the guy who says, you know what, I understand. You know, you make, like, he's getting paid in 7 figures working there. Like, I don't know this for sure, but I can just assume. I found out what's the guy's name that just got fired. Bill Simmons was getting. You know, he's getting a couple million. You know what I mean? So I know, him and Skip Bayless got the most popular show on the network. So I know what time it is over there. But at some point, God, man, your manhood. Jesus Christ. I heard the audio. He's making a joke. He's being satirical. Like, whoever's doing the highlight with him, I think it was Tim Legler. He's like, man, you see those girls? They just moved their head out the way. They didn't want any parts of that. And then he just kind of just casually says, they didn't want to get their hair. They didn't want to get their hair messed up. And now everybody got their panties. Like, I saw, like, the comment lines. So disrespectful. Shut the hell up. Like, this is why I know, like, I don't know nothing else, that life ain't for me. Because I ain't apologize for a damn thing. That's ridiculous. When context and someone just being, you know, maybe a feeble attempt at comedy, but an attempt nonetheless. And all of a sudden now, I've made a terrible mistake. Man, get the hell out of here. Like, I can't, like, every time I feel like I can respect this dude any less, this happens. And then I'm forced to.
But that's kind of like a guy joke, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like kind of like a guy joke. Like, they want to get their hair.
Like, I'm thinking, like, what's the problem? Is it because we can just assume that most girl soccer players are lesbians and they don't care about their hair? Is that what it is? Is that the problem? Like, whatever, dude. Yeah, like, ESPN got this dude on puppet strings, cuz, and that's got it. Like, maybe it feels better when you see that direct deposit. Maybe that's what it is. Like, all that gets healed when you see that direct deposit go into the bank account. But at the time, is he married? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I never hear him talking about his wife or anything. Well, I don't hear him talk unless he's on, Sports Center being asked a question so people can hear him yell and scream about how stupid somebody is and whatever. But it's just like that kind of stuff is. I see that, man. I'm like, man, let me just keep my nose to the grind, man, doing what I do, because that's a situation I know is unattainable for somebody like me. Like, I'll never find myself in that position, cuz, like, where people who are apparently much, much dumber than I am can't understand that no one's saying anything vitriolic and trying to be hurtful. Oh, they just didn't want to get their hair done. That's what hair messed up. Hell out of here, man. I'm good. So we already talked about Jason Whitlock already. Yeah, pretty bad day for brothers in media, or air quote brothers in media. I don't know if this is you want to. Wait, I'm not going to do that. I'm not challenging anyone's blackness. All right. Yeah, I had to regroup myself, dude. I got to regroup. Yesterday, the
speaking of okay, go ahead.
No. Speaking of regroup, what?
No, I was just about to bring up. You said questioning somebody's blackness, and it just made me think about that picture I sent you today, and the story about the president of the NAACP Spokane chapter. I'm trying to Rachel Dozel. I think that's it. Dozel, Rachel Dozel. and that's crazy, man.
I'm trying to
oh
see.
my
I'm trying
God.
to